These torpedoes are big deals. This is this green shape here. This is the torpedo right here. Green means war shot, has a bomb in the front. If you see this on the beach and it's green, don't touch it. Okay? Call the government. So you don't want to touch it. So here we are, we're going to load it. We're in Sasebo, Japan. We take it from a ship. We put it here. This involves hydraulics and cranes and straps and metal and big things that could hurt you. Well, I was all about giving my team control, and I gave them too much control, and we were setting up to do this, and we dropped one of the pieces of gear. It was before we actually had the torpedo. So we didn't drop a torpedo, but we dropped one of the pieces of gear. Very scary. And it dropped, made this big thud. If someone had been underneath it, they would have been severely injured or killed. I was shaking. I ran out. What was that? And it turned out that there was this unusual lineup of how the hydraulic system was working, which was the way it normally worked, and I had given too much control. I had been irresponsible in giving control, because I thought empowerment was a program, period, and full stop. And now I'm going to take you to the control, competence, clarity. Up at the top here, the leader has given control to the team, and down at the bottom, the leader has retained all control. Because I think what I had done was, I had just given so much control that was unwarranted based on the team's technical knowledge and their understanding of what we're trying to achieve. And when you don't want this, you need this. You got to move up and to the right. And this is where robots and AI keep eating. So you need to go in that, you need to be in the blue and be moving that way, okay? And this is where I was like, hey, the whole thing is wrong, forget it, I'm just gonna go back and be a command and control leader. And my team was like, I don't know, I think we're on the right track, we let you down, we think that we're missing a piece. So empowerment by itself is not a program. Control is decision-making or empowerment, right? You gotta tune it. The word we use now is tune. You gotta tune it to how much competence and clarity the team has. And so we write, again, because you guys are like equations, I wrote this equation. The control is a function of competence and clarity plus Z. We always say the leader leads it. The leader wants to give a little bit more control. And how big that Z is, it determines how fast you can move up and to the right. But you can make it too big. And one of the problems is if I don't know the variable, I assume 0. This is not a rule, but it's just what we see doing. In other words, if I don't know, let's say I have no visibility into your competence. Why? I'd say I just hired you. You're brand new. I don't know how competent you are. Hey, I see you have some degrees, blah, blah, blah. You passed the interview process. But really deep in my heart, am I going to trust my reputation and my bonus on you? I don't think so. And so the event is if I don't know someone's competence, I assume 0. The result is, since I'm assuming 0, the tendency is to over-control them because it's probably greater than 0. So one of the things that companies do that want to do this is they create mechanisms for making these things discoverable and transparent throughout the company. We gave 35 written exams every year to my officers. Hard written exams that you could fail. Most companies don't do that. But the result of that was I had a very nuanced sense of their level of competence, which allowed me to tune very exquisitely the level of control I gave to my officers. And finally, the Z factor is a function of the learning orientation in the organization and the sense of psychological safety. Because if I can't stretch a little bit, then I'm going to be afraid to say, well, here's what I think. Right? If it were me, I'd be making this call. Because now I can be judged, I can be wrong. It'd just be easier to say, yeah, tell me what to do. That way, if it goes bad, I can just blame you. We don't normally have the honesty to say that, but that's what we're thinking.